I've started recording. I'm not too sure. I think I have. So, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to do something a bit different today. Typically, I run through a set of slides, but I find it boring myself. So, I decided let me just take two stocks I'm going to focus on. This is MTN Nigeria. Can I get a can I get can I get a more easier chart to read? Let's look at volumes. Let's see if I can get year to date for this. I get year to date. Um, okay, I can close this. So what do we see? Volumes are a bit hard to read here, but if we can squeeze it a bit, maybe it will be easier to look at. So rather think, can I use? Let me see the interval I'm using. A shorter interval should work. Um, let's use weekly. This is much better, right? So I can stretch this a bit. So you can see the chart here. There's a big red candle. But I'm trying to figure out. Let's use 2025. So what we have is for this is for 2025, and this is a weekly chart, right? So you can see that clearly we're in November. We're in November. Can I squeeze this a bit? 2025. So clearly you can see that um there was a big red candle yesterday. The question I'm asking is that on a weekly basis, the part I would probably start to look at MTN would probably be in this price point. That's around the 400 naira mark. That was the last major red candle. So MTN, in my view, it's still a watch and see thing. If it hits the 400 mark, then it starts to look interesting from a comfort zone perspective. So I'll be watching MTN Nigeria. Yesterday there was a big battle in terms of the bulls and bears before the stock finally closed in the red. So that's for MTN Nigeria. Let's go look at NAHCO. NAHCO is also on my list. Where is the search? Is this explore? Let me see if I can search. Okay, yeah, I should be able to search. So I'll look at NAHCO as well. Sako sister company also fell, but Sako is less liquid. So let's use a simple chart here. I'm just trying to show you a few different things. We can use a year to date chart. So you can see year to date, it peaked at what? That's above 120. Then it fell to like one. This look like 110 or so, a bit under than that. Then it bounced back. So this price point, can I expand this chart to something more complex that you show me? Candles, yes, thank you. So we can use year to date, and I can squeeze. Can I squeeze it a bit? What do you have here? The candles that you have here. Let's use a 1 year thing. Can I use a 5 year thing? No, that doesn't give me enough. So let's use year to date. Can I change the intervals somewhere? Um, so what we see here is you have a big red candle. This was what? As October 27. Yes, then the candles you have here down 2.7%. So for me, I'm not a TA guru. By no means am I a TA guru, but I do apply TA in just looking at the markets, because sometimes TA can tell you where the market is. I mean, obviously the macros we've had in the last few days, worries about CGT, profit taking, have kind of depressed stocks a bit. But if you look at stock is up 129% this year, so clearly the stock has run. Where am I seeing downward red candles? That's a red candle at 100 and close at 110. So a dip below that, but the next red candle that was really a deciding factor. I think for me, if this stock goes below 100 naira, then I'd start to get worried from a trading perspective. But from a fundamental perspective, I don't have a problem because, as you can see here, It's trading about 12 times earnings. 12 trailing months earnings per share is 8.8. So, uh, uh, technical says sell. So that tells me that there is some sell pressure on this stock. Let's see if we can get more technicals. Well, if the technicals say sell, oscillators sell, moving averages sell, everything sell, sell, sell. All the technicals, all the averages, 10, 20, 30, 50, 100, they all say sell. So clearly speaking, this stock is still under some pressure. So that's NAHCO, ladies and gentlemen. It's still definitely under pressure. Let's see if we can get 1 week. The 1 week says buy. Let's see if we can get. I don't use. I think maybe 1 day works for me. 1 day says sell, so from a 1 day basis, it's sell. I mean, we guess we'll have to see, but just basic technical analysis, 100 naira is a key point to look at for this stock. So those are two key stocks that I will be looking at today. Do I add another one to this list? Do I have the time? What stock should I add? What stock should I add? Maybe I should do a vote next time. Do let me know in the comment section. What stocks will I add? So we're just going to take things a bit differently. It's not every time you have a bunch of slides that you look at. UAC. Okay, UAC works. So let's see UAC. Let's see if we can look at UAC numbers. UAC is the stock I'm looking at anyway. I've been watching the stock closely since the news of its acquisition of Chi Limited. So let's see if I can get a technical analysis chart for UAC. So 1 day says sell, sell, sell. Moving averages all sell. Can we do 1 week? 1 week says buy. Okay, so let's see how it goes. Which should take precedence, 1 week or a day? I think for me, in the current market climate, the daily technical analysis should take precedence. But let's look at fundamentals. Let's see if I can go back and see what the fundamentals are a bit hard because this company has a transaction in motion. So if you're going to value this firm, you wouldn't value it on the current numbers, but the numbers post the Chi Limited transaction. Volumes, average volume is 2.1 million. Let's see, what do we have here? It's November 3, closed at 60. I think this is a critical point for this firm. Where's the year low? Let's see if we can have a 52-week low and high for this stock. Can we fish that out? Technicals is still saying sell, but let's see if we can get. Let's see, UACN 52-week high and low, or do we use Yocha? I'm not too sure if Yocha uh gives me vertical and horizontal. So what? 52-week range. Wow. Um, let's use FT. FT gives me what I want. So 52-week range is what? I don't think this is correct though. Really? Oh, hmm. 52 weekly of 20 naira, 2024. That is amazing. That is amazing. Yes, it was 20 naira last year. Wow. High point this year is 106.8. So you can say that the stock is midway between that. I think the question you have to ask yourself is uh y- how low will it go? And luckily you can see a bit of can I get some interactive chat here? Let's see. That would be nice if they give me that. That's the problem, FT. Man, I'm not paying for that. So clearly we can see, and you can see the volume spikes tend to correspond somewhat. In July, there was a big spike in volumes. Stock started to pop. Um, the question you ask yourself is how low will this stock go? Will 60 naira be support? Will 60 naira be support, or will 60 naira Will these stocks keep slicing down like butter, a knife in hot fresh bread? Who knows? So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thought to do something different rather than just run through slides every day. So much happening in the market from the fundamental and even technical basis that I think just nothing like action really in looking at things. So that's it. I'll see you at midday.